doesn't work, it doesn't work. What are you gonna do? All right. Wow, everything's working on my end for once.
Not working at all.
My gremlins went over to you, Chrissy. That's what happened. They left me and went to you. Wow, is everybody here? Everybody's here. That's awesome.
Not seeing Trevor. Not seeing his camera yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to see how the new macros work and see how everybody likes them. I mean, the spell thing could be cool because you don't have to look it up, but it's just, it takes up a lot of space. So we'll just have to see how we like it. It is nice not to have to look it up. It'd be nice if they took the time to just summarize it instead of just reproducing all the text. Like just giving you the bits that you really need.
Are you talking about like my Tasha City's laughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we type all that text in.
You typed that in. I thought it was just pulling it from somewhere.
The compendium will have that someday, not right now.
Give me it back.
Okay, well then that's awesome then.
Huh?
That's awesome.
Oh, I was just gonna try to plug it in my Rifter instead of my actual desktop and see if maybe it's the port that's the issue.
I actually like that because, you know, when you get a new spell, you can put everything in there, and then as we get familiar with it and we don't need it, we can trim it down.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh, there we go. Command's pushed. So, yeah, it's got information for Tyranny of Dragons, us, for the Obsidian Monolith, the players for Obsidian Monolith.
Can't use it for OBS?
For Ninth World Explorers.
Oh.
For Studio, that links to stuff that your Studio stuff. YouTube links to your YouTube Lex. On the schedule right now, I've only got one for this campaign, which it just says Thursdays right now. Your Twitter, and of course the commands. Or the community, the Tyranny of Dragons community.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm going to try refreshing one more time.
That's awesome.
So, and you can check out the Starwalker bot. You can get on there, and if you want to suggest any further ideas you ever have, yeah.
That's really cool.
And actually, if you do exclamation mark the NWE players, it just says, I don't know, I think it's kind of funny, because there are a lot of people in that game. It should just dump. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, actually, that campaign's on extended hiatus now. So.
Okay. Well, you know, updates like that I can push instantly.
Well, thanks for doing that, man. That's awesome.
I had that idea last night. I was going to sleep. I don't know why. I think most people have their brilliant ideas when they're either on the sleep or the toilet. And I was like, I need to create a bot. I can make a bot. And then I went to sleep. I remembered.
I'm sorry, awesome. What does it do?
It is just a quick way right now, super simple, that will give all sorts of information when you just type in simple commands. So like exclamation mark YouTube says, you know, you can find the videos of this session, previous sessions, other video content, youtube.com/StarWars. Don't forget to subscribe.
Cool.
So on and so forth.
That's awesome.
I don't know why it won't work. They just only once.
Are you using Chrome, Chrissy?
No.
Oh.
I was going to say because there was the camera for that does not work well for me. I always have to launch Roll20 in Chrome to get it to work.
Because I know there was an update to Chrome that caused some issues for me earlier this week.
I don't know what to do because now I have Chrome was causing me issues and I can only use my webcam in Chrome from two different people, so I don't know which is going to be the case for me.
Well, we can hear you. That's the really important thing.
This is true.
And this is like session number 8 or 9, so I think everybody knows what you look like by now. Even
if you really wanted, 8, you could take a picture of yourself, change it to your profile picture temporarily.
There you go. Yeah. Well, she had her sketch of the dragon that she did for a while. That was pretty cool.
That is what my thing currently is.
I think that'll only appear if you turn off your mic, though, so don't do that. Oh no, it's there.
Well, yeah, it shows up as. Oh.
Oh.
That appears if her camera is off.
I'll trade for that one. Okay, go over there.
I don't know if Chrissy's talking to us or to somebody else.
I'm talking to the person who just handed me their webcam.
She's talking to tech support.
Yes, tech support.
Tech support.
All right, well, I will go ahead and introduce things. So we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We're doing the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. I am Lex Starwalker. I host quite a few podcasts, which you can find at starwalkerstudios.com. And this is my first time running 5th edition. We've got a full group of 6 players, and we are currently in episode 3, which is called Dragon Hatchery. And let's see. Oh, I didn't think I should have thought about the recap. So let's see. You guys have been exploring the hatchery, with which people watching can kind of see the map. 2 weeks ago, we had almost a TPK. We had a couple people down on the ground. It was pretty stressful. And last week went a lot better. You guys have explored a good portion of this now. Towards the end of the session last week, Uriel went off by himself towards Area 3 and saw practically an army of kobolds and winged kobolds over there. But you guys managed to avoid catching their attention. You also, Ulysses figured out that in Area 3 there are like 6 violet fungi. So there are basically 2 paths going through Area 3, and one of them's basically booby-trapped with these fungi.
One of them is dead.
Yeah. And so you guys are exploring this cave. This is where the Cult of the Dragon was. Supposedly the superiors are still here. You guys have already encountered Cyanrath and what's-her-face? I always forget her name. Mondath, and you guys handily defeated both of them, which was awesome.
Oh, Mastic did.
That's right.
And let's have you guys introduce your characters real quick. We'll start with Nathan.
Okay, cool. I'm Nathan. I play Ulysses of the Sand. He's a human hunter ranger who does a lot of bow stuff and whatnot, and he talks with a funny accent, and yeah, that's it. And I recently developed Starwalker bot, so enjoy that chat.
That is awesome. Patent pending.
Yeah.
Trevor?
I play Thurin, the wood elf. He wants to be the greatest thief in the world, and he is working on that.
Yes, he is.
As of last episode, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a little conflict last week. More player conflict than character conflict, because Thurin was so sneaky that nobody realized. Wait, no, one person saw. Who saw what he did?
I saw, but no, he's Infiltration, so I didn't see.
Yeah, we read.
Oh, that's right. So nobody saw. He stole a string of pearls and pocketed those, and so he's being sneaky,
but
thief.
Left the more expensive items.
Yeah,
there.
that was an interesting choice. He left the 900 gold piece ring and shared that, but he stole the 300 gold piece pearls,
which I think was a smart move. Like, it was like a lot more subtle that way.
Yeah.
All right. That's right. You can only kill the cow once, but you can milk it for years.
I like that. I've never heard that saying before. I thought I knew all the old sayings.
Sort of wisdom there.
File that one away. You
all right, Steve?
I'm Steve. I'm playing a barbarian from the Icewind Dale region called Uthgrim, who worked as a mercenary for a number of years before finding his way to Greenest. You'll see what he's like.
That's right. Dwayne.
Yes. Can you make this fit?
Dwayne is the master of props and costumes.
That's right. I am Dwayne. I play Mastig the dwarf. Last week, Mastig entered a battle trance in which he thinks he slayed Cyanrath, the half-dragon, but everyone knows that in reality, Ulysses actually killed the half-dragon. But so far, everybody's... I thought it was going to go the way of like comedy, like everybody's always saying, "No, I killed him," and then it's like, that's nonsense. But everybody's being cool and being nice to the dwarf and letting him think that he's the one who actually felled the half dragon. But anyway, he's a half dragon, or excuse me, he's a dwarven cleric of Clangeddon Silverbeard, the dwarven god of war, and so he's a kind of a kick-ass healer, basically.
Yeah, and I think Naivara is actually ultimately going to have the last word on that because she's the one writing the history book. So it's up to her.
And Naivara firmly believes that it was Mastig. She doesn't care what the arrows say.
Well, I mean, even in Circles in the Sand, Ulysses says Ulysses killed him, but in the end, Mastig truly defeated him. So.
Oh, speaking of which, do we have a thing for our Google Plus group?
Toddcom.
Nice. People can go check that out. There's lots of good in-character stuff over there. I
am posting the latest Circles in the Sand thing there, the Cave and Trials there in part 1. I've retconned its name.
All right, Chrissy.
I am Chrissy. I play Naivara Anastasia, the High Elf Bard, who's searching for her lost daughter, and who is the most amazing cheerleader in the world.
That's right. Kyle.
Magically cheerleader.
I'm playing Sir Uriel Eisenhart, a human wizard who is trying to seek the answers to his nightmares, and he's getting maybe a little bit too crazy and anxious for his own good. So.
The wizard tank. At least that's what he thinks.
New meta.
All right. So when we ended last night or last time, you guys had rested in Area 11. You guys did you take a long rest or short rest?
Long rest.
Long rest. So you guys are looking a lot better. I should see if anything interesting has happened during that time. I wonder if I can change the color of my dice. They're always like this pale green
You can.
color.
Where it says your name at the bottom there, under your where it's the color that's next to it, that's what color your dice will be.
It's also the color of your ruler and your ping, your little.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Which my group on Mondays plays a different system. Decided it is Aquaman summoning aquatic animals. The pings.
I hope I'm rolling the right die here.
Rolling die 6s.
Yeah. All right. It looks like you guys are actually able to pass the 8 hours uneventfully. No one comes to molest you.
I mean, even if they did come to molest us, there's a good chance that they wouldn't have gotten to the people who actually really need to sleep, like Uriel.
Yeah.
Between Thurin and Naivara and Uthgrim.
Yeah, and
it
you guys
be the one person we'd wake up.
You guys had pulled up the rope ladder over here where the hole is, and you'd put up like a bookshelf in front of the door too. So you guys are pretty well fortified. But you guys rest, and it's pretty quiet. Probably because you've killed everything nearby. And
our reason for this is dragon eggs, right? We heard that there were dragons, or had we heard that they had hatched already?
No.
Yeah.
We heard that they that the leaders were back here, the three main ones. So we were kind of hoping to cut the head off the beast a little bit, so we went to investigate. And also they might have been back here because the rumors of the dragon eggs were probably true, so that was, again, at this point, a side goal.
And
at least as far as I understood it.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. And I think as well that because we discovered that the whole camp's gone, we might want to find out exactly where they're going and stuff like that. And I think we've gotten some clues as to that already from Fruitland Mondat's room, but it's something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, we found a note. Did we find a note or her?
The map, I believe, that was pointing them towards, it looked like arrows going towards Barracks.
Yeah, to the coast.
Yeah.
My pop-out character sheet isn't working. Bad.
Mine's working and it's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Roll
been on
20
the dev
just hit for
server.
me today.
It's been on the dev server for a while. But what I want, if a dev's watching, let us link macros from the sheet to the hotbar. Let us do that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be great. Instead of having to, go to the sheet, let me just put it down there. Or somehow allow me to turn those kind of things into the neat looking stuff.
Yeah, and just to recap, you guys originally came here by the request of Leozin, who kind of wanted to know what was going on at the camp, if they were planning another raid, if they were moving large amounts of materials in or out, and things like that. And when you guys got here, it was pretty much abandoned, except for these 2 hunters outside, and then what you found here in these caves.
Yep.
But yeah, as you said, you've heard from more than one person that they are hatching dragon eggs back in here somewhere. So that's definitely something you're probably curious about.
I say we go kobold hunting. We discovered a cave full of kobolds.
You did.
And I think if I throw a shield of faith on our wizard and send him in with a thunder wave first, it should be fairly easy for us to kind of mop them up.
Also, I make shit explode.
Those flying kobolds kind of scare me.
You when you look at Uthgrim actually looks like he was getting a little woolly the night before. Like his hair was wild, his beard was coming unkempt. He actually took his watch, and you can see that his beard has now been rebraided, and his hair is a lot more well kept. He looks like a lot more on the level again now. Okay. And when he hears the suggestion, he kind of looks a bit skeptical, and he kind of stands up with a bit of a pushing off his knees, a bit old. Dwarf, should we really go looking for trouble?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kobolds are like vermin. They're like vermin. They need to be exterminated. We just can't let them live in the civilized lands.
Vermin with back tactics.
I would love the opportunity to investigate closer these flying kobolds. I've never seen anything like them before.
Nor have I. And we're in a cave, so if they fly, what's the difference? You guys are tall.
You've got some choke points.
Swat them out of the air.
I haven't seen them, and I don't want to.
And I'm only 4'6", but I have an impressive vertical leap. This would be really stunned. So I'm saying we know they're there. They don't know we're here, or at least there was no indication of that. I'd rather go at them directly than be exploring the rest of this place and have them come out on their terms instead of on our terms.
Although to be fair, if they do come out on, quote, their terms, they would probably come out in smaller numbers than the numbers that Uriel reported.
Yeah, but we've seen how our southern friend here can make groups of them explode, which I think.
I thought he was our northern friend.
Callum is the most southern point of continent.
Uthgrim is
Oh.
from the north.
Sorry, that was me, not.
How convenient that Southern Faerun has a similar accent as Southern United States.
Yeah.
Such a
So
coincidence.
strange.
You can probably read Uthgrim's kind of like distaste for this, but he's not going to say anything further about it.
I agree that we have a chance to hinder the operations of, a small contingency. That word's way too big for Ulysses.
I really need to minimize.
Of
Sorry.
those kind of vermin. And from my recollection, when I went and check out them fungi, there was a bit of a choke point where I don't see more than 2 or 3 kobolds coming through at a time. And if we can hold a line and whatnot, we could make short work.
Yes, that's a good point. And Uthgrim kind of steps up then, and he sort of steps up to the group, and he almost looks a bit reluctant to speak, but, it's like he's sort of willing himself to say something. He's like, it's not for me to speak out of turn, but the way we've been fighting, too scattered. Do you know why the Iron Wolves were called that? Red Thune, he was the master of tactics. And each unit, he had them working off the other. We need that here. We have strong men to take the brunt of the enemy's fighters. And he sort of nods at Mastig. Those who fight alongside and cut the hamstring of the enemy. And you can see he's kind of building up his energy now as he's talking. And he looks over at Thurin, he kind of points to him to sort of like indicate like he's that guy. And those who have fell magics to bring down our foes. And he's looking over at Naibar and Uriel. And an archer beyond compare. And he's nodding to Ulysses. Together, if we're going to do these things, we need to fight jointly. We need to fight together. And he's sort of like, as he finishes, he looks almost kind of embarrassed again and kind of quiets down, but like he got passionate for a moment there.
For the king in the north! What? Oh.
My magics are not foul.
Fell. F-E-L-L.
So, Uriel, do you have expeditious retreat or misty step or any of those spells that allow you to kind of get out of the way real quick, or no? Because that thunder wave is pretty awesome. If you could drop that right away and then get out of the way, that would be pretty.
Let's see. I think I have something along that, but let me check. I have fog cloud, but that's not what we want. Grease.
Grease is cool.
Grease might work.
What's the range on grease? Because we could drop it on them and then just hang back and let Ulysses pluck them off with the bow. That would be pretty sweet.
I mean, they've got wings, so...
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
Uriel, do you recall how tall it was in that room?
No, I don't. I do not. I'm like, is there something I can roll to like somehow get that information?
Yeah, that'd be intelligence. Not sure if there'd be a skill that would apply to that or not. You want to roll a 20-sided though.
Okay, so
those are pretty dice though. I like them.
Um,
Let me look and see if there's a skill that would apply to that real quick. I still don't have all the skills memorized.
maybe
Let's
like
see.
investigation or something.
Insight, maybe?
Insight could work.
Actually, I think it would probably be a perception roll. Like, did you even notice? I think if you would have noticed, you'd remember. So I think it's more, did you notice it, than can you remember?
8. No, I was too scared shitless.
That's realistic. I mean...
No. Yeah.
I mean, so far, is there like a theme of height in the rooms? Like, how tall is the room we're in right now?
The one you're in right now is 10 feet, but a lot of the rooms have been 15 feet.
I mean, like, I don't want to look for trouble anymore. It's just getting me hurt. But of all the things in this cave so far, the kobolds need to die. You know?
I don't want to derail this too much, but Kyle, when you just did that roll, how did you do that? Did you use a macro that you'd made, or did you use a character sheet, or?
I used the skills character sheet.
Okay.
Is that an issue?
Well, it's just rolling with advantage every time, and it's even more annoying now with the 3D dice than it was before.
Yeah.
Dice are pretty annoying.
We'll see how mine go with my macro.
That's what I said. I mean,
I'm
you want to see
wondering.
some dice.
I'm wondering if there's a way to like set a preference so it doesn't do that, because it's really stupid to roll advantage every time. It's so rare that you have advantage. Most of the time you don't. So that should be the default, not rolling with advantage. It's like you're throwing all these extra dice when you don't need to. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You guys might just have to make macros.
My macros come with advantage when I make them.
Well, you might have to make different macros.
I just don't use 3D dice. Hey.
Because it's even, I mean, it's the 3D dice, it's a little more visual, but it's still confusing. Like if I'm watching the video and I see he rolled and I see two numbers, I assume he had advantage or disadvantage. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of confusing. Not to mention confusing for me, like as DM, like.
Or just check the dice on the sidebar, because even if I was using the 3D dice for visual effect, I would never look at them. But hey, I like data.
I like them. I mean, I think they look cool, but I kind of agree with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying is even if you look in the chat, it's still showing you both the rolls. It's showing you two results instead of one.
Right. I initially was sort of the opposite viewpoint, Lex, because of the way that the macros line up at the bottom, you can only fit so many.
Right.
So to make a separate macro for like sword attack advantage, sword attack disadvantage, and then a bunch of other ones with the same things, it crowds it. But then I decided that I don't really care about that, and I only use a few things. Like my character uses one attack and basically one shove, and there's not really a whole lot else that I need down there.
The other thing you can do to fit more macros down there is abbreviate the macro names to something that's 2 or 3 characters long.
Yeah, that's true.
See, what I do is I have an advantage macro, I have a disadvantage macro, I have initiative macro, and then I just have a generic like save check macro, and then I have ones for each of the like a D4, D6, D8, D10. And then it's just like if you were playing paper and pencil, you roll your attack and you add your bonus. So it's the same kind of thing. It's like advantage, it asks you what your bonus is, you put in your bonus, and there it is. So that's a way that you could do it and not have like 30 macros. You could just have a D20 macro and just add your bonus.
I went a little crazy with it at first. I put up one, what if I have this spell active and that spell active? But in the last couple of weeks, I've come to realize there's about 5 that I use, and that's about it. And I made one for concentration because that comes up fairly often.
Yeah.
So they're just not really, I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm inclined. Yeah, I like it. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want, Lex, tell me, and
it's not a huge deal right now. It's just something that bothers me slightly, but I haven't heard from anyone. So if I start hearing from people that it's confusing, then I would care more. But
no, dice rolling.
I haven't heard from anyone.
Dice rolling conventions are always a part of any role playing game. I mean, even if you're in person, the question of do you count it if it rolls on the floor?
Right.
What happens if it's cocked dice? All that stuff,
Right.
So that's always standard to figure that out.
I'm interested that Sir Uriel has dropped a bunch of teeth in the ground.
Stone rust teeth?
Yeah.
No longer want your trophy, boy.
No.
All right, so you guys were discussing what to do next
Leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Before I got everything sidetracked. Bad GM.
Mastics.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mastig's ready to go over and start opening up the hole and making things happen.
Uthgrim, like, he's okay with going with the plan. He does not love the idea of just sending off our erstwhile wizard on his own to cause a bunch of shit. It hasn't worked in the past, and it seems like a good way to get him killed. And he's feeling kind of protective over the guy, so he's kind of frowning on that notion.
And if the boy gets trapped in there, I can't do any. I can't make any promises he wouldn't be caught by shrapnel, minus the teeth and claws of all the enemy.
Well, they are kobolds. They probably speak Draconic. I could probably send a nice little whispered taunt their way. Or suggestion. Oh, you should check out the tunnel. There's totally something there. You totally hear something.
Hey, Kobold, kill yourself.
Too bad we can't rig that acid trap to kill all of them. Too bad it's already been set off.
You know, this is perhaps a distasteful thing to say, but they all look the same to me, and I wonder if all humans look the same to them. Perhaps if one of us put on the robe and went in and told them quickly to follow, we could draw them into a trap.
That would probably work. I am willing to try it. She just like holds up the robe. Anybody else want me to do it? I'll do it. She just starts like putting it on.
Make sure to use the scabbard too.
Yeah.
Tie that scabbard around your waist.
Oh yes, good idea.
Now.
And before someone asks if you use 2 of them, the bonuses don't stack.
She'll just strap on all of the scabbards.
I got a +5.
Well,
Did we notice any distinct markings that any of them were wearing on their face or anything? Because I totally have a kit in here somewhere that will help me.
She's literally just putting on a new dress and want to ask about applying makeup. What is going down here?
Navarra's actually a girl. What do you expect?
There's a little room there for her to go change into, which is nice, you know?
Yes.
She's not even changing. She's just like putting it on over top of her armor.
Prestidigitation. It just changes.
I act like she actually, cares. Even if she wasn't just putting it on over armor, she's an elf. Figures most of you are human anyway. And even if she were to go hide from the other elf, he's stealthy, so he could probably,
I think she's accusing us of something.
She's accusing you of not caring. Because she's an elf.
Apathy, the worst of crimes.
Okay, well.
She figures she can't hide from the only person who might care what she looks like. Because they're a stealth person.
I will say that reeks of some like I don't know, some kind of racism.
Terrible
maybe?
logic. Terrible logic because her husband of 50 years was a human.
Oh yeah, there you go. Exactly.
I think
Terrible logic.
that all kobolds look the same to me. They kind of.
Oh man, yeah, no, he knew that was bad, but he said it anyways.
You're gonna get like a union, like on you.
Yep.
Well, the ones with wings look.
Okay, so.
Get me out.
Okay, so Navarro's all dressed up and ready to go. Let's go.
Okay, so you're wearing like the purple robes that you found in this room.
Yep.
Awesome. You look like a wearer of purple.
Does that mean she is dressed then as one of the spellcasters that we fought earlier, or just like a regular cultist?
Well, you haven't actually seen anybody dressed this way. These were Mondas, like ceremonial clothes. The only people still that you've really seen in a uniform was that one group that you encountered before you got to the camp, and they were wearing mostly black with like purple accents. But these you would guess just from the look of them that they're more like what a higher ranking person would wear, like an officer or something like that.
Would kobolds know, because Mondath was with a bunch of cultists also?
Yes.
Would the kobolds, this is a question I guess just for the group, would the kobolds recognize that we're different humans? could we all go in there? She presents herself as Mondath, and we can kind of get in there close and have at them.
I'm sure they could all pass for cultists, but I'm not sure about you, Mr. Dwarf.
Well, yeah, you're probably right there.
I mean, I feel like that. The logic's there for sure. Like I think you're right that we could probably pull that off. I don't know if it's any better than the current plan because we'll get the advantage of like surprising them potentially, like right here, as they come through. We've got a nice bottleneck if we want to bottleneck them. Yeah.
I think we have a good solid plan in attempting to lead them into a trap.
I agree.
Yeah. Bottlenecking them's the best bet. Taking each of them a little bit at a time instead of all of them all at once.
All
One, yeah, no, I can't say because I wouldn't know this.
All right, sounds like it's a plan. So move
Not a
over
plan,
and
but it's a perfect plan.
I'll move over and start opening up the opening, and get ready to go down there.
Okay.
I'll actually, once that's done, I'll hop down first
Okay.
and start proceeding in.
Yeah, Uthgrim will follow closely behind.
Navarra will take her place third in the ranks, letting the heavies go in and make sure the first area is clear.
So is room 9 clear here?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll pull myself back before we answer that.
1 is either good or bad. Did I nail that down for y'all? It's either good or bad.
That's right. This
Why
is
not
either
both?
good or bad.
It could also be average.
Yes, it could be average. We got everything, all potentialities.
Actually, there are some creatures in the room.
Creature.
There are kobolds.
Ooh, cute.
Do any of them look different?
Maybe
They
a
all
couple
look
more
the same.
Some are yellow, some are like blue.
So at what point do we notice them? I mean, is this the way it's set up? We're going with this?
I'm
'Cause I'm
just
fine with that.
populating right now. This isn't necessarily exactly where they are.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Hopefully these
All
are
right.
squishier variant.
That's a lot of kobolds.
That happened.
Otherwise, the contingent has moved.
We need,
So that
we
just-
need to build this noise into part of your story that you tell, Navarra. Quickly, there's more down here. Come with me.
So, so you guys climb down the ladder, down this like 30-foot chute, and you start making your way, and you probably realize something is up as soon as you get down below because you see light coming from Area 9, which there shouldn't be any light. And then as you get about where you are now, Mastig, you can see, you know, these kobolds in the room. They've got a couple of them have like torches lit. They're like in stands on the ground. A couple torches. It's very dimly lit though, because kobolds can see pretty well in the dark.
Okay.
And there are 8 regular kobolds and 3 flying kobolds.
All right, I put out my hand to like Uthgrim and silently make the sound of a chipmunk.
Silently make the sound of a chipmunk.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just pop out your cheeks at me.
Yeah. Telepathic chipmunk. That's the sound I make.
He's like, oh, is that chipmunk or the pufferfish sign? Is there a leviathan or are there kobolds?
Both bad.
And I imagine everybody else bumping into each other as the line stops in a comical way. Whoop. And they are unaware of us?
All right, I tell you what. How about everybody tell me what your passive stealth would be?
Oh, passive stealth.
Since
Passive
My
stealth.
best stealth.
yeah,
12.
so that would be just
Nice.
10 plus or minus your bonus.
you want me to put it in the chat? Is that easier for you, Lex?
Yeah, that would be easier.
The nice passive stealth in my passive stealth category.
Oh, and if you have disadvantage for some reason, it translates to a -5.
I was just wondering. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Well, luckily for you guys, kobolds aren't super perceptive.
I got a 5.
but we have a
Yeah.
luckiest guy up front.
They would not have heard any of you except Mastig. It's like clang, 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 clang it in, clang, clang.
That's perfect. That's just the way I like it. People focus on me.
And he's in the front, so
Yep.
so yeah, they see you, you see them, so nobody's surprised. So it's just standard initiative.
Uthgrim's going to call out to Mastig and say, "For once, break the lines. You go right, I'll go left. We need to split them up."
Scrim just say break the line?
He did.
God.
Once.
I'm so confused.
Pack tactics, man. We gotta
Click your token.
Pack tactics.
Click your tokens.
Oh, good. What an initiative.
Whoa, what a kobold initiative. Look at that.
Oh man. Sorry, Uthgrim's just gonna be a pylon for the first little.
Let's see. Winged kobolds. I haven't used these guys yet.
OP. Gosh.
Whoa, they have quite a bonus.
It's got a bonus you got there.
Yet they rolled like shit. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Ouch.
All right, so did everybody roll?
Yeah.
So I guess the kobolds get to go first. So for those of you that understand Draconic, you hear one of them shout, "Intruders! Kill them all!"
I shout back, "What intruders?
We're gonna try to play this
Where?"
off. We're gonna play this off. Cool.
These are not the player characters you're looking for.
All right, so I'm going to say that kobolds, they aren't terribly bright. They have an 8 intelligence. So I don't think they're going to be smart enough to like use their pack tactics to their maximum advantage. Like this guy is not going to think to delay his attack until his buddy gets there.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! So he's going to swing at Mastig.
Yay.
Okay.
Also, this is a good moment to remind everyone of the tumble skill that Lex is letting us use.
Yeah? Okay, that's a
we might use
9.
that.
That is not going to
I
hit.
don't see the
What?
tumble skill. I don't know what that means.
It's basically a way you can move through an enemy's square
Oh,
by
okay.
making an acrobatics check.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that.
I don't know. Maybe
You don't
Thurin
think
would
so?
want to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's obviously not for me.
I could do it if no one was in front of me.
But moving through
But
an
you can-
ally space is still free, right? It doesn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's
Does it cost 5 more feet of movement or something? Or
yeah, I think that's right.
is that,
I think so.
Well, it looks like most of them are not going to be able to attack.
Perfect.
Oh,
But
this
we're
guy.
kind of in
They're
an
lining up for us.
This guy.
area that, yeah, they're lining up.
see, I'm holding the line. See?
Now we gotta break
Oh,
their
21.
break
Will
up
that
their
hit?
pack tactics.
That's a hit.
So he is swinging at you with a dagger.
I can hit anybody from here.
6 damage.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to turn off my 3D dice because I just realized they're kind of pointless because they don't add in modifiers. I'm like looking at the other number anyway. So, all right.
It's like 3D dice, guys. They're kind of crap.
Overrated.
They're
All right.
pretty,
Actually,
but ultimately useless.
I forgot they have ranged weapons as well. So actually, these other 2 can attack. So one of them will attack Uthgrim with their little sling.
Probably can't pack tactics on a sling, or maybe they can.
Yep.
17, does that hit?
Yep. Assuming they can pack tactics on a sling.
Yes. As long
Actually,
as they have an
it would
ally.
hit anyways. It would hit anyways because it's the first 13. Yeah.
The way it works, if they have an ally within 5 feet of you, then they get it. So there's 3 to you, sir.
Okay.
And the other one will attack Nivara. 14, does that hit Nivara?
It's not even gonna like question what I look like before attacking me.
Oh, that's right. You're in disguise. Sorry, I forgot.
I was also going to say that there's probably none within 5 feet of her for the pack tactics. Not to be like
that's true.
Yes, you are correct. That is true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. So he starts like spinning up his sling, and you see him kind of sighting down his hand towards you, Nivara, and then he does like a double take. And his mouth drops open and his eyes go wide in shock, and he just kind of stops swinging the sling, and it like the stone falls out, and he just stands there staring at you.
Maybe this will work after all.
And he says, aware of purple. And he sounds very confused. This guy is gonna take a swing or shoot a stone at Mastig. A 10.
No.
With advantage. That's so pathetic. All right. This one will also shoot at Mastig. 16, does that hit you?
No.
Shoot and a miss.
Bounces off my shield.
And this one will sling a stone at Uthgrim. 21. Guessing that's a hit. 4. And oops, that was a winged guy. Put him there. And then there's one more. And let's see who will he swing at? He will shoot at Mastig.
We're sort of seeing the reverse of what we were planning for these guys' allies. Not like
15 is a miss. All right, Nivara.
Bounces off my helmet.
He's gonna step forward through past Uthgrim and yell at the kobolds, "What are you idiots doing? Why are you attacking my new recruits and bodyguards?" And she's going to, as if to emphasize the point that she's the one in charge, attempt to grab the kobold that she's next to and administer a nice little shocking grasp.
Okay, nice. I love it.
Taking charge.
Boom. Get nuked.
Nice.
Okay. I don't know if that spell can crit.
That's
Yes.
a crit, I think.
Yes. So you get another damage die.
5 points down.
So you grab the one to the right of you?
Yes. After yelling in Draconic, "What are you idiots doing? Stop attacking my fucking bodyguards."
All right, so that is very effective. As you grab him and he's like, and you let go and he just like drops to the ground dead, like kind of smoking a little bit. And go ahead and make a, I tell you, you can do either deception or intimidation. It's up to you, and you'll get advantage for frying that guy.
Yeah, awesome. I love this stuff.
That's awesome.
Boom.
Nice.
Get out of here.
Oh, my lady, we're so sorry. We heard there were intruders, and we thought these were them, and they start like backing off. Stop attacking, you fools! She'll kill us all! That happens.
Nice.
Uriel, can you understand Draconic?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear all this.
Yeah, and I'm happy with this resolution. I just walk towards.
Are you going to translate it for the group who doesn't understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to walk behind Uthgrim and just kind of whisper to them, and then kind of like, you know, hey, Thurn, we convinced him we're cultists, pass it back. And hopefully he passes it back to you. Yeah, because I'm not going to walk all the way back to fucking Ulysses.
It's awesome. Yeah, tell Ulysses before he like kills 5 of them with his arrows.
Yeah.
I relay it to Ulysses.
All right. Okay, so they well, the wing guys never advanced. Mastig.
All right. Knowing what's up, Mastig is gonna play it up and like go walking by this guy who's down and give him a little kick. And then he's just gonna walk 1, 2, 3. Just walk right through the middle of all of them, like strutting. Like that's right.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And that's it. I don't know what else to do. Unless it involves hitting somebody in the face with an axe, I really don't get what tactics are. So that's all I'm going to do.
Ulysses asks himself the question, are we going to kill them or not, even if they've given up?
That's kind of what I'm wondering, too. I don't know. But I figured I'd put myself in the middle of them anyway.
The other question I have is, can I stand right there? Right there. Oh, come on. I need my comb. Not my comb. Stand like right there to the left of your... Awesome.
Yeah.
He'll just kind of stand there. He's not going to put his bow away or anything, but he's gonna look around kind of confused. Like he's not going to shoot. He's like... I'll delay my action with the circumstance that if we attack the kobold, somebody else does, Ulysses will also shoot.
Okay.
Conceivable circumstance.
Thurn or Uthgrim, are either of you going to do anything?
Thurn's just gonna move up by Uthgrim.
Okay.
Yeah, and Uthgrim's gonna stay where he is. He's just gonna kind of like glower and kind of bristle a little bit, like looking at these creatures that have dared to attack him. But he's gonna like do it from a half step, kind of like behind Nivara to sort of present it like he's her bodyguard, but she's running the show.
Okay. Cool. So, Nivara, the kobold that was talking to you, which we'll say is the one right by the one that you fried here, he just continues apologizing profusely in Draconic and saying that, you know, they'd heard there were intruders and they were told to patrol the area, and he's really sorry. He didn't know there was another wearer of purple here.
Well, of course you didn't know, you foolish creature.
What should we do, mistress?
Move. Form up over by the tunnel and guard. And once we get past, you guard these entranceways and don't let anybody else come by.
Not anyone?
Well, obviously not anyone you're not supposed to kill, but other than that, don't let anyone else come by.
Yes, mistress, of course.
Stupid creatures.
So they start moving over.
Uthgrim will jostle one as he walks by, just like nothing too crazy, but just like a little bit of a bump, like you walk too close to her, like idiot.
Okay, so they're doing that. Well done.
Yeah, I'm happy with this
I'm
resolution.
way out of here.
Yeah, like I took some damage up front, but that could have gone way worse.
All right, we'll get rid of the dead guy. Awesome. That was hilarious.
Oh, are we going this way now? Awesome.
Uthgrim's following his master.
So, kind of, what is the plan here then? Are we still gonna?
So
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
gonna-
the
just-
order
I'm gonna
now?
go up stand next to Naivar and say, hey, what should we do? I'm like, If they're not going to hurt us, they're going to hurt somebody else. I don't think we should keep them around, but still, it just feels cold-blooded.
While I'm inclined to agree with you, we know that there's potentially at least one more major threat that I'd rather save our arsenal for and take care of those later once we've determined whether or not this threat is still here. I figured it's better to save our heavy-hitting stuff for something that's potentially going to hit us very, very hard.
Should have asked the little lizards to remind us where the other person in purple was.
Thurin's going to ask, should we check out this side passageway first, or should we go up to where Uriel saw the other kobolds?
I'm thinking if we go up to where he saw those other kobolds, I can convince them to, again, guard behind us. And, so that way we're not getting any unexpected orders.
Thurin's not going to argue with this.
Well, little lady, I have a small suggestion that may or may not work. Knowing our previous experience with how easily ill-tempered these things are, what if we go up ahead, tell them that the ones back there have attempted to run us off, and they're the ones rebelling?
Ooh, even more fun. Let's go.
I like it.
Perhaps a little ambitious. Do you think they'll really try to kill their own kind over a bunch of humans and elves and dwarves?
I mean, humans kill themselves or each other. Why won't kobolds?
Perhaps. I know nothing.
Plus, did you see how afraid they were of me? I bet you these other ones will be just as frightened.
Oh, God.
I sensed you like that. They were afraid of you, Navarra.
Nobody's ever been afraid of me before in my entire life. It's interesting.
That's even
power rush, isn't it?
Why? Why would my husband be afraid of me?
So strong.
You have a certain way of speaking to a man.
She turns around and strikes you with lightning. I am the most powerful. You? I rule the kobolds now.
Oh, God.
Okay, we're right behind you. Whatever your plan is, we're right behind you. I would like to chuck a kobold into all these big mushrooms or whatever just to see what happens. So, if an opportunity for that comes up, I'm probably going to take it.
I mean, Uthgrim is definitely shaking his head at the, weird... to him, it's a weird desire to, kill for the sake of killing. It's it's a bit bizarre to him that everybody's we just have to kill these things. He's why not just leave them behind, guys? He's kind of muttering this as he walks up, but nobody listens to him.
She just walks into this room where the kobolds were, and is like, "You fools! You allowed those other ones to just come and attack us? Why don't you go and take care of those traitorous bastards?"
What? Other what? What are you talking
about?
Other
ones of you creatures in the tunnel back there in that other room. Did you not hear them trying to kill me?
No, mistress, why would they do such a thing?
I don't know. They're obviously mad. Why don't you go back and make sure we got them all? Go, now! I will not have this loitering.
Yes, mistress. They start moving that way. They seem a little confused.
Kick one in the butt as he goes by.
Ah! That hurts.
Oh my God.
we gotta be careful not to push them into mutiny territory, when they attacked those humans that time for unbeknownst reasons.
I get the feeling we're gonna get all the way into this cave system or whatever, and then we're gonna have to fight all of them on the way out.
That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
That'd be
Thunderwave.
Yep.
Hell thorns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 of them die at once.
Something just happened with the map there, where I think we all kind of went skewed.
Yeah, I was trying to bulk move the dudes, and I grabbed a couple of your guys by accident.
Ah.
So I just You guys shifted a little bit. Oh, let me describe this room you're in. This is their barracks, basically, for the kobolds. Thin mattresses of straw covered with badly cured furs form small beds that are haphazardly positioned around the chamber. Rats and small lizards scurry through the food scraps and moldy wineskins littering the floor.
Huh.
So this is where the kobolds hang out and sleep.
Loot the room. Hold
Okay.
on. I have a spell for this. It's called Find Traps.
I have an idea. What if we knock out that bridge? So they can't come back across it.
But then neither can we.
Yeah.
He's like scratching his head, like, oh.
Yeah, but we can jump down into the other area down there. Get out that way. As long as we're careful to avoid those mushrooms.
I don't think it's necessary. Especially if there's another path.
Might draw attention. Destroying the bridge.
Okay.
So, Dwayne, you were searching or something?
Yes, I will loot the room.
Okay.
Investigation or perception?
Uh,
I have a Find Trap spell, but it's a second level spell. I don't know if I want to burn that slot just yet.
okay.
So maybe just investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 0 modifier for that.
Oh, nice
I
roll.
rolled a 15.
All right, so
Solid.
it takes you about 10 minutes to search the room. You, this is hilarious. You find 88 sacks, little sacks, that each have exactly 8 copper coins inside.
Payroll.
Yep.
That is adorable.
Now we know just how much that mercenary was lying to you that time, Sir Uriel.
I mean, these are kobolds. I bet the humans get paid a little bit more.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
You also find dozens of dragon-themed talismans and amulets carved from bone, soapstone, wood, and ivory. The workmanship of most of these is terrible, but there are 4 of them that have unique, if savage, artistic flair. If you found,
Dibs. I want one.
if you found a collector of such things, they would be worth 50, 60, 70, and 100 gold pieces.
We have a collector. It's Nivara, and she can pay us at her leisure.
And
So,
any
100
other
total,
person that you sold
or-
them to, they would be worth 10 gold pieces.
Oh, to collector.
Yeah. So 50,
Dibs, I
60,
want
70, 100. Or 10 to just any merchant.
Which one do you want?
Guess.
The best one?
How much would you pay for these talismans? 200 gold, 100 gold? Just for you for 10 gold pieces.
4 easy payments.
Yeah.
4 easy
new eye
payments. So
talisman.
25 gold pieces.
Yep.
4
So
easy
which-
payments and 1 really difficult payment.
So do we just does anyone want a specific one, or we just want to throw it into the party loot?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not overly worked up about any of it. Uthgrim isn't overseeing your management of this, so are you telling us that you found all this, I take it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all up front with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, taking 8 copper out of each one of the 88 sacks and combining those all into one sack, if at all possible. That's like
Sure.
700 coins, but
Yeah.
it's like 7 gold worth of coins. And I think coins weigh 50 to a pound.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't
really a
know.
lot of weight for 7 gold worth of value.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of thing that we might
7
be able
gold.
to let go. Maybe throw at those fungi,
Only
see what
like-
happens. You know, like have a bit of a stone toss, like throw little bags of coins.
All right.
Make it rain. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be, what, 700 divided by 50 would be, what, 14 pounds, something like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
It
that's,
seems,
for one
it
of the
seems like a-
stronger party members, I mean, that wouldn't be, like, too big of a deal, I don't think.
no. It's not terrible. And the encumbrance numbers are crazy as always in this game. Like you can carry 85 pounds and not have it slow you down. It's just insanity of those numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can grab them. Do we want to dish those out now, or just put it all in the loot barrel?
I'd throw it all in the loot barrel.
Put it all in the loot barrel. Dish it out later.
The loot barrel is my backpack, by the way, just so we're all clear.
Yeah,
No,
I think
we know
really...
if you die, we gotta drag that back off you.
Yeah, I think it's easiest for that stuff. We have that thread on the forum, and then when you guys can sell it, we just divvy it up. But if there's something like if Nivara is taking one of those talismans, then that would be something she would put on her character sheet and wouldn't be in the party loot.
Well,
yeah, that's what I say. If somebody wants one as a memento or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does want one. She's just not going to worry about stealing it from Mastig right away. So back on the topic of those magic items, I think we need to get Mastig like a backpack of holding at some point.
Hewer's handy haversack.
Portable.
Something like that.
Sure.
That's the kind of thing you could probably buy in Waterdeep.
Bag of holdings, what, 1,000 gold pieces?
Yeah.
You guys will have it by then.
Portable holes, like 20,000.
Anything else interesting? As long as I'm looking around, anything else interesting about the room?
No. Seems kobolds are pretty slovenly.
Okay.
It probably has a very nice smell in there.
Yeah, it's like a college dorm room or something.
Smells like Axe.
All right, so go ahead and show me the marching order as you guys go to this next area.
Kind of assume I'm near the front. Just kind of assume that.
I'd put Mastig, then Uthgrim, and only Mastig first, I'd say, because your perception is probably better than mine, if I were to guess.
As a cleric, I would guess yes.
Yeah, I got a +2 in it. I'm not trained in it.
Actually, you know what? We're equal on that then, so it doesn't really matter. But you're more of the leader type, so it's up to you. Does Nivara want to go up front? She's currently up front.
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly because if we see more kobolds, then just her sheer appearance will.
What if we see something more dangerous? Does that concern you?
If we see something more dangerous, she has Mastig right behind her to dive behind.
Dive over.
I don't think she's quite she's really tiny too. She couldn't quite dive over him.
Yeah, she's only like 1 inch taller than I am.
It's just the visual though, because you're a bit stouter, so it looks shorter.
Terrible.
That kind of scared me a little bit.
Did you name that thing yet?
All right, so is Thurin after Uthgrim?
No, but one time when we were at the restaurant, I did break it out and we presented our chicken bones to it when we were done eating them.
Oh.
So
okay.
We didn't name it, but I think we called it
the
glorious
Thulu, and
we called him like the glorious old one or something.
This is exactly what H.P. Lovecraft warned us not to do.
So is Thurin after Uthgrim in the order? And then Ulysses, is that right? Or no, that's Uriel. So Uthgrim, Uriel, Ulysses, Thurin, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's never a good sign when the DM cares that much.
I think it's funny that this happens to Uriel. Uriel, you're walking across the bridge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and advance.
This is a bridge. Okay.
Well, this kind of corridor
that
you guys are going through, and let's see, it would be about here, I think. That's about how it would be. Okay, so these are like steps carved into the ground going down into Area 7. And Uriel, when you start going across the steps, you step on one of them and you hear you feel the step kind of sink a little bit beneath your weight, and you hear a ka-chunk, and then the ceiling collapses.
Fuck!
And it actually collapses above Ulysses.
Oh.
Dexterity save.
Yes. Ulysses. Actually, Ulysses, Thurin, and Uriel all need to make dexterity saving throws.
Give me 1 sec.
Nice roll, Kyle.
What is it?
Thanks.
Did my passive perception not see that plate or stone or thing?
I imagine it just looked like a normal stone step that sunk into the ground.
Yeah, it's something you could have found with like an active search, but
Surprised Mastic's short legs didn't step on it. He must have stepped on every single step, the whole way down.
yeah, you guys were really
Rolling the
lucky. I was
road
rolling for everybody to
because-
see if they stepped on it, and everybody got by until Uriel.
This dwarven racism has to stop.
All right, so Ulysses rolled a 13,
That's great.
which is actually not quite good enough.
I consider using inspiration.
Do it. Do it, man. I don't know how bad this could be.
Yeah,
Well.
it could be really bad. Like,
Ceiling collapse. When have you known that to be good?
yeah,
Well, unfortunately, I already told you it wasn't good enough.
Oh.
So,
Oh, right.
yeah.
so you lucky dog, you only take 6.
That hurts.
That could
Is
have been a
my
lot
roll-
worse.
That's pretty. That's a hefty chunk of damage for not being an
And
enemy.
Thurin, I need you to make a dex save.
I guess it didn't go through.
I don't see one, no.
Okay.
So do I take half that?
No, you're gonna take different damage.
Okay.
Okay, so Uriel and Thurin both make it, and it's only 2d4 for them. So you take half. So you each take 2, Thurin and Uriel, because you made your save. You took half. That could have been a lot worse. So yeah, the ceiling collapses. Kind of the bulk of it lands on and around Ulysses, and then some of it hits Uriel and Thurin as well, and it makes a lot of noise.
When this happens, Uthgrim kind of like spins around and like sees this falling down and sort of starts reaching for Uriel to try and pull him out of there.
And that's why I made a save.
Does it knock me to the ground or anything, or am I just like
No.
holding my hat?
Yeah.
I thought when you said like ceiling collapse, I was imagining like the Indiana Jones scene.
Oh, the prop came out.
Nice.
Various things like knock off the brim and stuff.
The ill
Thurin thinks in his head should have let the rogue go first and checked for traps.
Was it a
Well,
trap or
the
was
rogue
it just?
could have volunteered to go first.
Well,
What?
it doesn't help that the rogue was having technical difficulties.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Don't
this
complain that the rogue doesn't get to go first if the rogue has never once volunteered to go first.
Trevor,
Or do we ever check for traps?
I don't know about that,
Yeah.
but Trevor, I think it's
Kinda.
Trevor. So remember that one episode you showed up after we had all sustained a bunch of damage, and now you show up and just in time to take damage. So I thought that's great.
It evens out.
Yeah, that's right. We're all still alive.
Okay.
There's a bunch of kobolds here.
Yes, so let me describe room number 7. So you go through this kind of short, wide passage, and
No dwarf jokes.
So you're already there. Like we've got you in that headspace now.
or short, narrow passage, I should say. And you see this area. Let's see. Oh, they don't really have a description. So this area is shaped kind of the way. I mean, you can see how it's shaped. The kind of lighter colored area is level with you, and then this area in the back here goes down. It's a 10-foot drop, and you see right here there are stairs going down, and around the stairs there is a stout cage made of iron bars with a locked door.
Can we see down there?
Yeah, you see there's a couple columns, and you do see some movement down there. And
I'm ready to pick it.
Where's
Unless
my-
it's, you know, an animal cage. And it's got, like,
I
I don't
still
know.
pick it.
Invisible lion.
There we
That'd be
go.
an awesome trap.
Jumping
Oh my goodness.
spiders.
And there are 3 creatures down there.
Your notes are up. I can read your notes.
Whoops.
If
Damn it.
PC's fire. Oh.
I'm covering it. Don't read it out
No,
loud.
I'm not trying not to read it.
You
But I
gotta be
can't see
more
anything about this
careful.
guy. He's reading all of it.
Oh,
I can't stop him.
God.
I don't
Oh,
think
no.
that's going to come into play anyway. But yeah, I got to be more careful with selecting things.
A little bit.
So those are... I don't think you faced these before. They look similar to the drakes that you saw in Greenest, but they look a little bigger and meaner. And actually, I
Knowledge. Do I know if these are the baby dragons that we suspect are in here?
yeah, you can make a Arcana roll.
By my skills, because that I think I get a bunch of stuff for. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen these or heard of these specific creatures before, but they definitely look similar to the other drakes that you saw before, and you think that they're created magically by magically altering maybe dragons of some kind. Can everybody see the picture?
Yep.
Cool.
So I'm
They have
guessing
that
by the
absolute
fact that they
dragon.
don't have a thing on the ledge that they can't get out of there except that they take the staircase.
Right. And there's this like
Which one was
iron
it? The
cage
guard
around the
drake?
staircase.
What picture am I looking for? Is it in the
Garden, right?
handouts section?
Yes. I just showed it. It should have popped up.
Yeah, it's
Guard
in there
drake
as
is
guard
that
drake.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Those are-
bitchin'.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're blue. Duh.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we can see the name when you say something, but I mean, if they look like the drop drakes, jump drakes, whatever the other type of drakes were, you'd be like, hey,
Bush
those are...
drake.
Well, you guys can't see the names on the tokens, but the audience can.
I think what they're saying is
Mine's-
the handout itself has a name on it. I don't find that particularly bothersome.
Right, but I didn't show you that until after
you'd
Nivara
probably
made a
call
roll.
it Uber
Yeah, I
drake
gotcha.
of godlikeness, and I'd still shoot at it.
And also, these only exist in this adventure, so you wouldn't really know what they are anyway. They're not in the monster manual.
I've never heard of these things.
So, do dragons? This is a question that I should have asked forever ago. Did these things count as beasts? Or are
No, they're
dragons just
actually dragons. Their
Okay.
type is dragon.
Cool. Yeah.
Is everybody okay? Is the thing still passable?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Kind of
You
put a
want-
dent in Ulysses' hat.
Is it on? Can I roll initiative?
On? Can you hear me?
On?
Yes. Go for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
there
why
are
are
some
we rolling
kobolds up
initiative?
here.
What are we fighting? Hold on.
Oh,
What are we
There's a bunch of
fighting?
kobolds up here.
Injustice.
no, I don't want that.
The
Injustice.
kobolds just immediately start attacking us. Why
The
are we
weapons of
rolling initiative?
cowards.
Well, we'll see after we roll initiative.
Roll initiative to find out while you're rolling initiative. That's the trick.
Handbook here. Ranger.
It doesn't make sense that people in the back of the order will get to the chance to attack before Nivara, who's in the front and has had the.
It's a game.
It's all
just
about the
saying,
bonus.
There was a whole plan that Nivara was going to go in the front and prevent kobolds from attacking us by yelling at them.
What?
Well,
They-
if you
Never-
act before they do, then there's a good chance that plan
Yeah.
will succeed.
I don't.
We're on board with your plan.
I was gonna say I don't know if
I'm
that's
on board with your
changed.
Because we activated a trap, wouldn't they be like, wouldn't you know where the trap is? Come on now.
Yeah, there's also that.
We're new here.
But kobolds are not super smart, so All is not lost.
Exactly.
We
The
gotta
lack
throw
of
'em in the pit.
intelligence on the part of kobolds is why we have succeeded thus far.
We got to throw them in the pit with the drakes. That's how this encounter is supposed to go.
I can knock a few of them off, man. It'll be awesome.
I can feel it. I can feel it. Clangadin's telling me that's what's supposed to happen. And I can't help but look at this cave room, and if you look at the two stalagmites as eyes, in the big part in the northwest is his nose.
It's the Cookie Monster.
Oh, you're right.
I see it.
It looks like a crocodile or something.
Yeah. I wasn't something like this on Fraggle Rock or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I didn't say that, but now that you said that, I can't unsee it.
I know. Exactly. I figured. I thought I won't say it, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll say it.
All right. So, Uriel, you won initiative, so you're way in the back. So
I assume
think,
we're going with the same plan, and so I'm not going to do anything different.
So yeah, I'll just skip you because you probably at this point don't even know what's up. The kobolds look at as you come in, Nivara and Mastig's behind you, and they kind of do a double take, obviously noticing your garb, but they look at you suspiciously. Who are you? What are you doing here?
What are you doing standing around in a hallway like a bunch of idiots?
We are guarding this room as we were ordered to.
Well, why are you standing in the way of me and my rather new bodyguards? She glares at Uriel as if he's done something wrong from passing onwards. Get out of the fucking way.
Go ahead and make a deception roll.
I was kind of hoping for a crit fail. I'm itching for a fight.
Hey man, you can play your character if you want.
No, I'm not
You just throw down.
I'm a team player. I'm a team player.
Well, as you can see, their perceptive abilities are not super high. Just making sure the winged ones don't have a better bonus. Nope. Well, they look kind of confused and suspicious, but they slowly lower their weapons. How did you not know about the trap?
As I said, he's a rather new bodyguard. She just kind of glares at him again. He will be punished for his transgressions of not listening. As will you if you don't move out of the way.
Yeah, let me punish him.
Yeah.
My little friend here is itching to hit something in the face. You want to be what he gets to hit in the face?
We won't stand in your way.
Good answer.
I kind of moved to the side. They're like kind of muttering to themselves. Man, this is bullshit. We always get the worst jobs. First they tell us to do one thing, then they tell us to do the other. This is cuckoo caca. We should start our own cult.
Blackjack and hookers. Forget the cult. Anyways.
All right, so you guys just continue on through this area, or what you doing?
I'm waiting for.
Well, it's Uthgrim's turn.
Oh yeah, are we still in turn order?
No, I mean,
okay.
She was successful in hoodwinking them, so we don't have to do initiative stuff.
Okay, so I walk up to that one.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
And I look back at Uthgrim like.
And he gives you the look like he knows what you're about to do. Like
Kobold
and
punching?
I spin around and I try to chuck him into the pit.
Okay. Yeah, you can have advantage because he's totally not expecting that coming.
Yeah, cool. All right, advantage. Where's my advantage button? Dang these macros. Where are you? Okay. And my modifier, is there a modifier for that? Athletics, strength, something?
It'd just be an attack roll, like a grapple, basically. Are you throwing him or pushing him?
I'm just
kicking
pushing him. I'm just going to give him a good shove and try to shove him over the edge.
Yeah, just make an attack roll.
Okay, so do I have proficiency then, or?
I think it's an athletics check, is it?
Would
To
it?
shove?
I think it would be athletics.
Okay.
Being the shove guy.
There it is, 13.
Did you roll with advantage?
I
Oh,
did.
yeah, you did. I see it. Okay. All right. Well, if we're doing it that way, then it's an opposed roll.
This is going to stink if it doesn't work.
It'll be.
I'm just picking a fight.
Ducks under it. It's like, what?
Oh, no. Yeah, you shove him.
Yeah. And do the
Upon-
drakes set upon him?
I'm not sure Uthgrim agrees with this, but I think it's amazing.
The Drake's actually, he kind of falls in, and they actually kind of shy away from him. Like they
Of
seem
course
a
they
little
do. The
startled.
dragon kind.
Of course, I don't speak Draconic, but I will threateningly yell something at him, and then point to the rest of them, like
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
rabble, 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 rabble.
Upon hearing the kobold scream, Nivara's gonna turn around and yell in common, "That was a brilliant thing that you just did. That was hilarious. Too bad the drakes didn't set upon them." But kind of like try to make it seem like she's admonishing him for doing something bad.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I'm not sure Mastic would get that, but he'll just continue on, I guess.
It's the making it look like she's yelling at him for doing something bad is not for Mastig to understand. It's to make it seem like she's yelling at Mastig to the people who can't understand what she's speaking.
Okay, so Mastic yells back, "Thank you! I thought it was awesome too!"
You're welcome.
I don't know why we're yelling, guys, but it's fun!
Oh my god.
Just to release the tension of having to walk amongst all of them.
All right, so you guys are moving on to the next room.
Leaving a
number 4.
lot of enemies behind us.
I was muted again. So real quickly, just get out of the way. You said there's cages in there. Did we see what was in the cages?
No, there's a cage around the stairs, so that basically the drakes in that lower area
I
can't
see.
get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could go real bad if we have to come back and they let the drakes out.
We've left like 32 people behind us.
Who let the drakes out?
No. That is not the theme song to our evening.
No? Okay. All right.
I hope not.
Fair enough.
I really hope not.
All right. So go ahead and show me the order you guys are going into 4.
Uthgrim's happy to stand behind his
So
yes.
Nivara's gonna be like, "Hey, cannon fodder. I mean Ulysses. Come walk through this room first. With your awesomely perceptive eyes."
And who's carrying torches again? I forget. Uthgrim? Okay.
Yeah, I'll perceive greatly. Oh, I forgot I have my sheet over on my other monitor. I gotta get to not having to click it every time. I perceive greatly.
Okay, what are you... You're just looking in general, or...
Yeah, I guess. She said come look at stuff. That's what I did. And
Okay.
then she disappeared.
You see... let's see. This is a large chamber, 15-foot ceiling. There are some columns that you can see. And with that roll, I will tell you that you see at the top, the ceiling of the chamber is covered with bats that are
thank God.
sleeping.
I was worried it would be sturgises or whatever they're called. The blood-sucking bat things.
Stirge.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're called.
Sturges?
But I like the name Stirge.
Cool. I'm like, hey, look. Well, you got yourself a bit of a bat problem. So he pulls out like his inspection sheet and checkboard. that is against state regulations. We're gonna have to put that one down as a critical.
The Corporation Commission's gonna be all over your ass on this one.
Like, moves his thing aside, and there's like a health inspector's like badge for like the state of Faerun.
We ran an adventure one time in Kingmaker where one of the guys pretended to be like the state engineer going around inspecting stuff. It was awesome.
All right, so are you guys moving on, or what's going on?
After you,
imagine. Yeah. She's gonna go for the other stairwell, but I really have to pee, so I'll be right back.
Okay, do you guys want to just take a break real quick?
Yeah,
4 minutes.
Sure.
4 minutes, 40 seconds.
Oh, just enough time to get a beer.
Just enough time to sit here. Was it that time of the night where I'm the only one left and I talk to the chat? It happens every single time because I avoid my bladder before arriving. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. I know I am. For things, you should check out the community page if you already haven't. For Tyranny of Dragons, you'll find lore, character descriptions, and art over there, which you can enjoy. You can, of course, find videos of this session, it will be previous sessions, and other video content of Lex's over at Star Wars Studios at his YouTube page. And yeah, that's all fun stuff. Hope you check it out. Words. I do my best to fill in for the silence of the next 2 minutes. Oh yeah, one other thing, because we can't get enough of it, you can check out Lex's other content related to podcasting that he does. Find various podcasts from tabletopping to Star Citizen to Hi Trevor.
I hate my computer.
I hate your computer too.
I need a new one.
I recommend it. I'm just trying to kill dead air. Predictions, Trevor?
For what?
For the end of this cave, what are we gonna find at the end?
I don't know. I was thinking about picking that lock while no one was looking.
Yeah, don't do that. Dragonkind are okay with Dragonkind. Please don't set the drakes upon our butts. Ulysses will give you a sharp little tap.
But then I kind of thought about it as like, we'd probably get destroyed.
I was thinking, like, why didn't he attack the kobold? Is it, like, the smell? And I was like, man, maybe we should just rub ourselves down with, like, whatever we found.
Essence.
Yeah, like the kobold stuff from the barracks and just, like, make ourselves smell like kobold.
Because I kind of want to know, but I kind of don't at the same time, what's in this corner right here.
Probably where the drakes sleep.
Maybe.
You know, you are a stealth class, man.
Yeah, if you want to pick it, go down there. I'll sneak
I'm not jumping down.
make me by itself.
It's not happening.
On a completely unrelated note, how do you feel about rolling up a new character?
Maybe I'd roll into a good character. Who knows?
Man, your character right now is pretty sweet.
I love the bot.
Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome.
As long as you got you guys, I'm going to make a little plug for a Kickstarter that started up today for an RPG called Shadow of the Demon Lord by Robert
I heard
Schwab,
of that. Yeah.
who is one of, in my estimation, is one of the best guys writing games out there today. And even if you don't kickstart, it's worth taking a look, because about 3/4 of the way down, they show different accomplishments that they're going to give for pictures that people post on their Facebook page. So if they get 25 pictures of the elderly throwing out the devil's horns, there's going to be an accomplishment for that. 25 pictures of beer, and so on. It's just kind of a
cool.
Yeah, it should be. And watch his little spiel, and you'll kind of get a vibe for what he's going for. But if you look at his blog, he's all about his favorite things are whiskey, role-playing games, and death metal. So that'll kind of give you a vibe of what he's going for in his games. So.
Have you posted a picture of yourself, the bearded throwing devil horns?
Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't submitted anything now.
I was gonna say, I don't know that you qualify as elderly though. Like you may be older than.
No, it's just bearded. Here, but
yeah,
the bearded.
Oh, I thought bearded it was one also. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, while we're doing plugs, I've got one. Here's a video you guys can watch later if you haven't already seen it. This is the newest Acquisitions Incorporated.
Oh yeah,
by Wizards of the Coast. Patrick Rothfuss plays this time, and
cool.
Freaking hilarious.
He's awesome. My favorite author.
Yeah, me too. I love him. It was so funny. I was about dying watching that last night. Wait till this is over, then go watch it.
I'm actually getting married later this year, and we're including a quote from one of his books in our readings.
Cool. Which book? Or which quote?
I will find the quote. He's written The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear.
Yeah.
Heard of The Name
extremely
of the Wind.
well written. You know, like I feel like he thinks about every word that he's got in there.
Yep.
So what was The Name of the Wind?
He doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite fantasy book of all time. The Name of the Wind.
I'm gonna reread it soon.
It's on my list.
My favorite series is Wheel of Time. But
yeah, man, I grew up on Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
seemed like a Robert Jordan fan. I recently picked up who ended up finishing the books. What's his name?
Brandon Sanderson.
Yep, Brandon Sanderson. I've got the first freaking tome of whatever it's called. I can't remember.
The Stormlight Archive.
Stormlight Archive.
They're good. They're good. I didn't love Mistborn, to be honest, but
so I haven't got very deep into it because I haven't had time.
Yeah, those are doorstops right there.
Yeah, it's thicker than Infinite Jest, one of the best novels written by man.
Chrissy will have to tell us when she comes back because we can't see her.
I already stated that I was back.
It must have been before I came back.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, so everybody's back. All right. So go ahead and move your dudes into 4 if that's where you're going.
Awesome. Dude moves.
In the proper order.
Start moving, dudes. Ulysses just like puts his back to the wall and like crosses his arms, wait for everyone to pass. He like punches out the dent in his hat.
Okay. Like put him in an order so I can tell who came in what order.
I guess it would be is it fair to say Dwayne, Nivara, or Uthgrim Mastig, or Mastig Uthgrim?
Either way, I think is fine.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's wide enough that Mastig and Uthgrim could be walking side by side.
Yeah, like his intention would be to kind of like keeping up this whole appearance to just kind of like loom as the bodyguard over Nivara's back left shoulder.
If I get hit by more falling rocks,
Rocks fall, you die.
I'm kind of hoping that if anybody triggers it, it's Uriel again. She has the perfect, like, this kid is already getting punished. Image.
Becomes quite the meme at that point.
Is that 6? I think that's 6. Yep. You guys are lucky. Nothing happens.
Like, I still feel uneasy, but
Okay,
Nothing
so
you can see.
now I need everyone to give me their passive stealth score again in chat.
I really should get rid of this chainmail in Kettlemail. In hindsight,
Oh, that's right. Dwayne's got the 5. That's right.
fucking messing.
All right.
That stealthy through here anyway.
So this is going to be fun. So you guys
like
come
a
in. Everybody's actually pretty quiet except for Mastig. It's kind of like.
Clang.
So are you wearing like the traditional steel shod dwarven boots?
Yes, indeed. With a lot of like pots and pans. I do. I have an iron kettle. I'm assuming I have an iron pot hanging off my shoulder that continually bangs into my chainmail as I'm
where we
walking.
keep all the coins inside that iron kettle.
Yes.
So probably the more stealthy among you, Thurin, Nivara, and Uthgrim probably swear that he just intentionally makes as much noise as he can. He's like a little kid with a couple pots and pans, like banging them together. And as he stumps into this chamber, he seems to wake up and disturb all the bats on the ceiling, which start flying around madly, just creating like this bat cloud.
I bet you all wish you were shorter now, don't you?
Bat swarm.
And wearing a helmet that will protect your hair from the bats.
Wearing a sweet hat.
It's just being prepared for the possible underground things that happen. That's all that is.
I just braided my beard.
They take
Right.
them.
But the bad part isn't the bats. The bad part is what comes with the bats. And it's kind of
Guano.
funny because
Bat
someone
dog.
already predicted it. As you see some other creatures flying
Stirge.
with the bats.
Seriously, Sturgis?
Stirge.
Sturgises.
Sturgies.
I don't even know what
Sturgeons.
that is. What is that?
God, I've only met them in one. They were in the Mines of Phandelver. The Lost Mines of Phandelver, I think. I think that's where I ran into them the first time.
I've used them so many times in my games. I've given them paralysis and
Don't,
Oh,
all
man.
kinds of different powers and spell-like effects. I've used them in a million different ways.
They're already annoying. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
use up your whole action or just take a lot of damage.
Why it won't let me select multiple ones? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think there's a few bugs with the new I have to do these one by one. And this is not necessarily where they are because they're flying all over the place. While I'm doing this, you guys can go ahead and roll initiative.
Click, sign, token.
Yes, click your token.
That's the second 6 initiative I've rolled tonight.
I just keep rolling. Great. Just great.
Finally, something Nivara can't sweet talk.
That's right. Finally.
Man, if I took a level in Druidic, we could talk to everything.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
right?
How far
Well,
are your
that's the
monkeys
thing.
behind us? Get them.
Hold on,
case.
wait. Do
Wait,
these things talk Sylvan? That's
I don't
what
think
animals
they.
normally talk.
I don't think they talk.
Shut
up.
No, they have 2 intelligence there.
oh,
They're just animal intelligence. All right, I think
Only
that's
I
all
have to
of
speak
them.
with animals and I can speak talk them.
Somebody here has speak with animals.
They are tiny beasts. Beasts.
Yep.
wait. Uthgrim can speak to animals?
As a ritual?
Oh.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah. I can't just bust it out, unfortunately.
Oh, they're beasts. Awesome. Guess what? That means very little to me.
But what
I
if,
can track them.
What if we
I get advantage
magic
on like
them?
noticing them and stuff, so I don't know.
It's magical beasts that you have bonuses against, right?
Just beasts. If it's got the beast type, then I've got bonuses against them.
Oh, cool.
And to like find them and see them and speak to them if they talk.
All right. So these stirges are flying around. Let's see.
And
If
at
they
level
have
like
any...
20, I get the ability to do extra damage to things like that. My last
Well,
class.
hurry up and level up.
The last class skill is the generic query move from all the other editions. Level 20.
I get Clangeddon comes and serves me lunch and shit.
Yeah.
When I get to 20, give me a sandwich.
I get a whole like extra die 8 of damage at like level 20. I don't even know what it is. It's terrible. Everybody's upset at it. By everybody, I mean people who care. And I'm not really that upset. Because if doubt it'll ever reach level 20.
Okay,
Level
sweet.
20 is its own reward.
Yeah.
So you guys are actually surprised by the stirges.
Well, I don't know.
Sturgises.
I got advantage.
I mean, Nathan is not surprised. Ulysses maybe, but Nathan, not so much.
Right, your characters are surprised.
Yeah.
So let's see. There are 15 of them. At least there should be.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of sturge.
A lot of stirge, definitely.
That's
Yes,
a lot
15.
of blood.
So that's enough to attack everybody twice, and then we'll have 3 left over.
Shouldn't they go
Everybody
after the tallest
twice
people first?
and Uriel 5 times.
So let's see.
Uthgrim ducks. Just hiding in the shield.
Duck and
Okay,
cover.
so they okay. So we'll just go. I'll just go left to right on my screen. So Uriel.
Navarra's so short she just hides under Uthgrim.
You like hold a shield over her head like an umbrella.
Does a 12 hit you, Uriel?
Yep.
Man. Okay. Let's see.
Are these just like flying lawn darts? I've never heard of this before.
They're like
Oh.
mosquitoes. They're like giant mosquito bats.
Yep.
Let me
Pretty
find
much
it.
that.
Yeah,
Find
they
a
look
good
like
description here.
They attach to
man.
you and suck your...
Yes.
Man, that's my blood.
And it sucks.
Ah!
Sucks hard.
Sturge. Terraskew. No. Oh, you want to fight a Terraskew instead? So here's a
Not sure what-
picture.
Yeah, see, they're freaking weird.
What?
They're pretty and cute
Yeah.
and stuff. Oh,
They're like bat mosquitoes.
Yeah, they look
Oh,
like
on
a
a
cross
leash.
between a large bat and an oversized mosquito. Their legs
Kinda
end in
fleshy.
sharp pincers, and they have a long needle-like proboscis.
I will design a harness for one. And
All right.
yeah.
So one attaches Uriel and
Ooh.
hits him.
This is the bad part. When they attach, that's the bad part.
Yeah, it is.
So
Guys,
that is
this might be
5 piercing damage.
This will be the TPK right here.
You've
Stirge time.
survived so much.
TPK.
And yeah, it attaches to you.
Oh man,
And we
this
get a
is amazing.
TPK because Mastic.
It's either
Going
waste
to
your
the head.
action or take guaranteed damage.
All right. Uriel will just have another one attack you.
2 for everybody.
14.
Yep.
Sturge, and you get a sturge.
And that's 7 damage.
Oof.
I am down.
I've
Oh,
got Tyvo
no.
Greensides up and ready to go.
Uriel goes down.
And he has a
Down
stirge
already?
attached to him.
Yeah. And
He's
so
got
they're
2
going-
attached to him.
Yeah, that's guaranteed damage every turn. They don't stop. I don't
We
think.
need to get him up, or he's gonna die.
Yeah, this will be the lamest way to die.
Did you have
Go.
full hit points on your character?
I had 2 missing hit points.
You should have had a full.
Yeah, because we were fully.
Long
healed.
rest heals you completely.
No,
Yeah.
that was just from the.
Yeah.
Oh,
trap.
the sea-
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
He's a wizard. He doesn't have many hit points.
All right,
Yeah, like-
Nivara, does a 17 hit you?
Nivara, call the kobolds in to help.
No, actually, you know what? That could really turn on us. Like they'll run and be like, "The sturges don't know you."
Okay, so that's 5 piercing to Navara. Man, these guys have hella bonuses.
Farewell. I'll be just saying I do to you.
And there's another 4 piercing.
I can't even like.
Killed by stirges. TPK via stirge.
I can't even rage out.
14 versus Mastig.
Jump this off.
Miss.
Wait,
That metal armor might kill the rest of us. But
22.
Jeez, yeah, that one hits.
That will hit.
Stirges.
For 7 piercing.
I'm gonna make a bot command. Exclamation mark stirge. Fuck these bat mosquitoes.
An 8, I'm sure Mrs. Thurin. Or no, I'm sorry, Uthgrim.
Yep.
And 10 probably misses too.
Yeah. You might want to throw another one at me.
Yeah.
And here comes one at Thurin for 8. Oh, 23.
That hits.
For 6 piercing.
This is rapidly getting out of hand.
And another one at 15.
That's the magic number.
Hits.
So that means I only need to roll 10 to hit you.
Yeah.
6 more piercing. This is not going well.
Oh man.
No.
Everybody
TPK
run.
via stirge.
I'll rage out. And
12 versus Ulysses.
I don't
Nope.
know.
Get
I
out
got
of
no
here.
strategy here.
24 versus Ulysses.
Hell yeah. That's gonna hit everyone twice.
And that's 6 piercing.
Thanks.
And then there's,
Good.
what, 3 left? So one's going to go after Mastig.
Uthgrim will volunteer.
23 to Mastig
Yep. You know what?
for 7.
TPK'd by
Fuck.
And yeah, one's going to come for Uthgrim.
Eat it. The shield.
Wow.
The shield is great.
They cannot hit you. I'm just going to send another one at you.
Yeah,
Think
why
about
not?
that.
He's got some HP. There you go.
22.
That'll do it.
That's the last one. For 5 piercing.
Oh.
Okay.
All right,
Thurin. Me
Thurin.
out.
Let's inform the crowd what a stirge does on its next turn, shall we?
No, let's leave it as a
Let's
surprise.
wait and see. Let's just wait and see.
Surprise. Surprise me.
Thurin, you're up.
You're up, Thurin. You have, let's see, you've got 3 of these things have attached themselves to you, which seems really bad.
To me,
Yes.
only 2 of them were attached. Only 2 of them attacked
Oh,
me.
hang on. One of them's on Uthgrim. Yeah, so you've got
I'm
2 of
also-
them on you.
I'm also not
Um,
appearing in the initiative order. Just FYI.
What'd you
Not
roll?
there. An 8.
Let's see, where is your dude?
It's imperative that I get angry before they can attack us.
Okay, let's see.